Hello everyone, it's Yesenia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have already budgeted out my first paycheck for the month of August, and it is actually today, August 5th, the day that I got paid. So I will quickly go over how I budgeted my money for the first paycheck. And we have a small cash stuffing of my sinking funds for $575. It is actually $765, and that's because I had $190 left over from my previous paycheck from the last month. I didn't want to pull that money out yesterday and then go back to the bank and then pull out more money today, so I just left it in the account, and then I just finished pulling it out. I just took everything out, but $190 of this is actually from the previous month. First paycheck for the month of August. I rolled over $101.94, and my teacher salary, there were some missed preps that I still needed to get paid for from the month of May, and it did land on today's paycheck date. So I got $2,036.53, and I also just knew this, my gym paycheck, I only taught 2 classes for the duration of this pay cycle, so I predicted $60, and I'm very glad I did, because I ended up with $61.74. And then for other, I decided I had $34 worth of flyer miles. So my Capital One credit card doesn't get cash back necessarily. I accumulate flyer miles. However, I can take those flyer miles, I'm sorry y'all, I can take those flyer miles and convert them into cash back if I'm not, traveling or anything, which is, sorry y'all, my dog is being weird. So I can convert those flyer miles into cash back, and I did actually decide to do that today. So I decided to use $34, which is gonna help pay for my internet bill. Yes, so I do let those just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate. And then when I feel like I have enough money, then I'll use it. So I decided to use it for this pay period. So my paycheck total for the first paycheck for this month is $2,233.64. I know some people don't like budgeting change. They just leave the change in there. I've tried doing that before, and it honestly messed up all of my numbers. So I just budget the change, and then whatever change is left over, I either leave it in the account, or maybe I will transfer it to a different savings account or something. First bill, AT&T already got charged to the credit card. I was going to pay it today, but then it's going to take a couple of days for this to appear on my account. So I'm gonna wait for this to appear first, and then I'm gonna pay the AT&T bill, and then that way, this actually ends up being less. So there's that. These will come out later. I think this comes out on the 17th, the 18th, and then this is supposed to come out on the 15th. We'll see if it actually does, but this will definitely come out during this pay period. Here are my variable expenses down here. I did use some. I started tracking them on my budget, my expense sheet already, so there's that. I did make the student loan payment this morning, and okay, so I budgeted $650, and then I checked my account this morning, and it said $28,655. I just decided to make an extra $5 payment, so it'll be an even $28,000. I don't know, does anybody else do that? I thought it was weird, but I'm like, but $28,000 is just a round even number, and I want a round even number. I'm not saying that $28,005 is not a round even. It's actually not. I think it's an odd number. It just made sense. I'm like, let me just pay the extra $5. It's not a big deal. I did get an extra 60 something dollars sinking funds, and actually I will be stuffing my sinking funds in this paycheck. So my sinking funds are a little bit higher than normal, and that is because of this. That is why when I budgeted out, this video should be up already. When I budgeted out, I only had $117.61 left over, and that was because, well, one, Les Mills, so that is a quarterly expense, so that only gets charged once every 3 months, so there's $70 right there. I budgeted an extra $100 for beauty because I anticipate getting my nails done twice, and then I got a haircut this month as well, so that's why I upped it. I don't foresee myself using the whole $300. And then I have my eye appointment this month and I have a sinking fund for it. However, I was $120 short. I'm like, what in the world? How was I short? I don't know how I ended up short. I think I had done the math wrong and I didn't put enough in there. So I'm putting $120 into that sinking fund this month. So that way I have enough money for my appointment next week. Also vacation, that's a new sinking fund that's, getting added. So that way I can start saving for vacation for next year. For the month of September, hopefully it won't look like this. I'll just start again with my glasses appointment. I think I'm going to change the name of that from contacts to something else. But next month is not going to be $120. Oh, I have started a new system where every time something like goes through and then it gets paid for, I highlight it in pink, because in the past, like I was looking through my past documents and whatnot, and I'm trying to remember, like, well, did that actually get funded or did it not get funded? I couldn't remember if it did or did not. So if it was highlighted in pink, that means that it actually happened. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get to the fun part of this video and let's do the cash stuffing. Okay, I got my money right here. I got one binder here, and then I got another, and then I have another binder here. So please pardon the hairpin. I have all of my high priority sinking funds in here. That means that these sinking funds will get stuffed every single month, no matter what. That's why they're high priority. These are low priority. So what I have decided to do is every month I'll take $25 and then just put them in a different sinking fund. So like these don't get stuffed every single month, but they will get stuffed a couple of times throughout the year at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with the high priority first. Let me pull out all my money. It was really cute. So I went to the bank today to get the money, and I took my dog Cupcake with me because I decided to kill two birds with one stone. I can actually walk to my bank. So I decided, you know what, let me take her for a walk and then let me stop off at the bank. So I did pick her up. Obviously, I made sure that she was very well behaved. I wasn't gonna let her, act extra while we were at the bank. That's not how I roll. Everyone behaves in my household, dog or not. So I was holding her and making sure that she was behaving, and the teller was so nice. She actually brought out a little bag of doggy treats. That makes me very happy to know that they're very dog friendly. And then she gave me a pack of jelly beans. Like, she gave us both the treats. I'm probably not going to eat the jelly beans. I'm allergic to them. So I still appreciate the thought. The thought is what counts. So just double checking that I have all the correct money. Yep, there's 4 of those. There's 3 of those. There should be 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So she didn't, typically when I go to the bank, they count out all the money in front of me. She put it through the thingy to make sure that it's the correct amount, but she didn't count it out loud. I think she did it for my safety, which actually I do greatly appreciate. But I have all the correct denominations. High priority, let's start off with car maintenance, and that is right here. I renamed it car repairs because I didn't want to put maintenance. I actually made these envelopes. I finally got a Cricut. I'm gonna slowly replace all of these because they're this one is starting to fall apart. Look, mira. And I know, hey, listen, I made these out of construction paper and washi tape, and these have lasted me 2 years. So just fold the piece of construction paper in half and laminate it, and there you go. I mean, I decorated mine, but all right, car repairs is going to get $80 today. Ooh, yay! I have a feeling my car is going to need tires at some point, so I'm definitely saving up for those. And this should be 80, 50, 70, 80. And actually I am at 500 now. Listen, y'all, sinking funds, even if you can't put as much as I'm stuffing, I did not start off putting this much in my sinking funds when I first started budgeting. It took me a while to get to this point, but every little bit counts. I first started off stuffing Cupcake's envelope with $20 per paycheck, which was $40 a month. By the time her vet visit came, it was more, but I would rather try to find $150 in my budget than trying to find $500 in my budget to pay for an expense. So any little bit counts. So I should have 500, 100, 200, 300, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. Yes. This car maintenance sinking fund, car repairs, this thing has saved my life twice. It's been depleted twice before. You know what? That's the purpose of it. That's the purpose of it. The last time it got depleted, there was $570 in here. I had to take my car to the repair shop for something. Guess how much it cost? $567. And I had $570 in here. I had the exact amount. I also have a little bit of money in my immediate emergency savings account. So if I need to do something until then, I have a small cushion there as well. Christmas is getting $115. This one typically gets $110. However, I borrowed $5 from it so I can tip the lady who cut my hair. I just didn't want to pull out $5 from my checking account, so I just borrowed it from Christmas, and then I am putting it back right now. Oh, this is out of order. I don't recommend doing that. I did not want to go to the bank. It's just a lot, you know? And look, I put it back anyway. So now we have, and I did take out 50. Okay, let's see how much I have. So I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 650, 660, 670, 675. Okay, 675. My goal is $1,000, but I've spent some of it already buying gifts for people. I think now, since I also have a Cricut, I'm gonna try to make some gifts this year. I have an idea for my mom. All right, Cupcake. She is actually getting $290, $100 from this paycheck, and then $190 from the leftover money I had from the last paycheck. So she's getting 200s, 150, and then 220s. The reason why she's getting so much money is because she needs a potentially $1,500 dental surgery, and I'm saving up for it right now. It's not like immediate, like it's not emergent, which is why I'm waiting on it. All right, so I should have $755. So I am halfway there now. Actually decided to change my saving strategy because before I was splitting the money between my immediate emergency savings because I want to get that to $1,500, and then Cupcake needs at least $1,500. I'm gonna now solely focus on Cupcake and then focus on my immediate savings because I have about $700 in there, maybe a little bit more. So I'm good. I really want to get this funded. All right, I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 670. Okay, let me count again. 755. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 690, 710, 730, 740, 750. Why do I have extra in here? 750, 760, 770, 775? Okay, I'm gonna count that one more time. Okay, I did miscount, so it is 755. I'm like, how did an extra $20 get in there? So 755. So yes, she will get the sole focus from now on. Any extra money is gonna go to her just so I can get that funded quickly and then she can get her procedure. I just wanna get that done and out of the way, but I don't wanna end up with a giant bill. Taxes appointment. So this is not to pay for taxes because I always get a refund. This is to pay my accountant for his services. And it's getting $25. I know it seems silly to pay for his services. My stepmother likes she just tells him, hey, take, the payment for your services out of my refund. I don't like doing that. That's my refund and I want to keep all of it. So I just put $25 a month away. So there should be 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Perfect. I may have made change at some point. That's why these. Okay, let me finish stuffing all the high priorities. Advisory is in here, and advisory is getting $25. I need to think of something to buy them. My babies, they're gonna be seniors. My babies are gonna be seniors. Oh, that's a decent amount. Perfect. So there should be 80, 60, 70, 80. Perfect. So I always get them gifts like at the beginning of the school year for Halloween, Christmas, and then I want to save up so that way I can get them a nice senior gift. Luckily, I only have 17. There are some advisories that have like 24 kids. And I think I would literally just buy them tiny candy bags if I only had 24. 17 is definitely manageable. All right, what else is in here? Medieval Times is getting 10. I need to talk to my cousin and see when we can go back. Maybe Labor Day weekend. So adding $10. Until then, I'm just gonna continue adding $10. It is a high priority, but it's not a high priority. I think 100, so there should be 160. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. I think I'm gonna stop stuffing this. I think 160 is good. It should definitely pay for the ticket, one drink, and a souvenir. And then any left over, I'll think of what, and then if I can get gas out there, because gas might be cheap out there, because it's in Schaumburg and I live in Chicago. So gas is always going to be more expensive over here. So yeah, I think I will stop stuffing it for right now and see like when we're gonna go. And contacts, that should be in here. Yes, is getting $120. Yeah, so this is my glasses appointment is so expensive. And that's because I wear bifocals and I have astigmatism in both eyes. So it's just really freaking expensive. There should be $600 in here. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 520, 530, 540, 550, 560, 570, 580, 590, 600. Fully funded, thank goodness. And this is going to be gone next week. I think last year it ended up being $650 something. I do have a special separate sinking funds called medical surprises. So if I need a little extra, I have two options. I do have a buffer and I have that sinking funds. I think I want to save the sinking funds and then, I think I'll just use the buffer just because I want to save that for true medical surprises. There was one winter, I actually think it was last winter, I went to the dentist and the dentist saw that I had a tiny cavity forming and she just wanted to get it before it became an actual problem, and that alone was $100. I'm like, okay, that's a medical surprise. So we'll see, but at least I have most of it saved, which gives me such peace of mind. This sinking fund actually started my budgeting journey. If you guys want to see that, it's in my debt journey. One of my previous videos, I'll link it in the description down below. If I'm not mistaken, I believe all sinking funds, my high priority ones, have been stuffed. Let's go to the low priority. Okay, low priority. Only 2 are getting stuffed. Vacation is getting 75, and there is no note card in there. All right, so I'm gonna have to start a note card or something. I'm hoping to get $1,500 for this, and then this year I did use some of my birthday money to spend on vacation, so it all worked out. It'll work out. I just want to at least get something in there and get it started. And then 1 month ahead, one of my financial goals for this, just in general, is I do want to be, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I do want to be 1 month ahead in my fixed expenses at the very least. So I think that's gonna cost $2,100. $2,100. And I'm just gonna include my Les Mills in there because even though it's not a reoccurring monthly expense, it is a reoccurring quarterly expense that does have to get paid. And I forgot to stuff my note card back in there. So it does have to get paid, and I need that expense in order to keep my job as a group exercise instructor. So I'm gonna include that as well. So it's gonna be around, so $2,100 should definitely be a good goal. And I have 75 so far. So like I said, these are not high priority. At some point, like this one will definitely become a priority. Yeah, this will become a high priority at some point because it is one of my savings goals. For right now, I'll just put $25 in here, here and there. And then here is that medical surprises sinking fund. So how much do I have in here? I have 55. I do want to leave that in there. So if I need a little extra, I'll just pull it from my buffer. And then tattoo, I mean, I would love to get another tattoo, but it's not high priority right now. So like I said, these sinking funds, except for MacBook Pro, although I should start stuffing this again soon, because I realized earlier today that my current computer I've had since 2016. So it's 6 years old. It's getting old. It still works, but I don't want to have it die and then I have no money to buy another one. So I don't want that to happen. Luckily, my job finally gave us nice working computers. So I do have a backup, but I like having my personal one because it's my personal one. So those are my low priority sinking funds. And I'm quickly just gonna do the math here. I currently have $3,196 in my sinking funds. Honestly, that is one of the biggest reliefs ever, knowing that I can do this. And you guys, this didn't happen overnight. This didn't happen over the last couple of months. This took years and years of saving and, being diligent with my money and budgeting my money and making sure every dollar had a purpose, a specific purpose. I kind of want to cry. And I know most of it, like, that's going to be gone next week. That's fine. That's going to be gone within the next couple of months. That's fine. That's going to be gone by the end of the year. Like, they're slowly going to start to deplete, but like, that's the purpose. Like, I don't have to pick between paying my rent and buying a new pair of glasses, which is, like I said, that's what started my budgeting journey. I bought glasses and then it was like $600 and then I didn't have enough money to pay my rent. And then I got my second paycheck and like spent nothing for 2 weeks just so I can have something to roll over. And literally that's what started my budgeting journey. This expense right here. I never, ever, ever want to have to pick between two necessities ever again. This allows me to not have to do that. All right, y'all. As you can clearly see, my dog is right here and she's freaking out. Typically, I have the TV on for background noise and the TV is currently on pause so I could film this video. So thank you guys so much for joining me on filming. Thank you guys so much for joining me on budgeting my first paycheck for the month of August. The second one will be better. I know it because I'm getting my raise for my teaching job and then I'm getting 2 gym paychecks for the rest of this budgeting cycle. All right, everyone. Bye and have a great day.